Hey traders, welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to look at gold, oil and Forex analysis, fundamental and technical perspective. And the main focus for today will be the Swiss National Bank and the Bank of England, that they are going to release the interest rates the new week. Just a moment, please. So everything looks fine. What is very important is that we are going to look at what is happening from the fundamental perspective. The first one that we are going to analyze is gold, but it is related with the news that we are going to have today. So if we are going to check the economic calendar for today, for the rest of the day, let's say, we have the Fed's Powell speech, testifies in 30 minutes. This is going to impact the market. We should remember that during the previous FOMC, Powell was hawkish, and as we know, Powell is a big supporter of the US and USD dollar. So he was never dovish at all. However, we have to be careful because it can move the markets up and downs, because overall the market knows his comments. So we should not jump earlier in the market. For today, this is all done, as we can see, so I'm not expecting anything interesting anymore. Only Powell is the first one. For tomorrow, Thursday, June 22, during the European morning, we are going to have Swiss National Bank interest rate decision and the monetary policy statement. We have to be very careful related with the interest rate decision. It was 1.5% and it is expected 1.75. Since a long period of time, we saw Swiss franc to getting stronger and stronger without any clear reasons. And during the previous month, we learned that the Swiss National Bank was in the market and they just helping the Swiss franc to get stronger. All of that began during the banking crisis. Probably they wanted to increase the confidence on their currency. It is normal, however, it was not the right way how they did it. Also, during 2 weeks ago, they shared this news that we are going to increase the interest rates and to support the currency. So far, we have seen that the Swiss franc already stopped, despite the fact that they said that we are going to increase interest rates, and probably everything is priced in advance. The main focus that I'm going to look at tomorrow will be the monetary policy statement and any surprise that they may share. However, I'm not expecting many interesting data here. Otherwise, they can create strange moves in the market. It will not be so normal. However, we have seen the Swiss National Bank to do also those movements as well, so to create big panic in the market. So we don't have to get surprised with them. The main part will be the press conference during 9 a.m. London time. Later during the day, we are going to have the Bank of England interest rate decision. So both of these banks are going to have the interest rates. These are two of the largest banks in Europe, and we have to be very careful. This is going to be during the second part of the day, or 1 hour and a half before the US opening. As you may see, we have the the BOE interest rate decision. It was 4.5%, and it is expected that they may increase the interest rates up to 4.75%. So these expectations probably this time are in line also with the inflation rate. Today we saw that the inflation rate, consumer price index, came out at 8.7%. It was expected 8.4 and it was 8.7. So we can see that the inflation rate is not slowing down at all here. Also for the month, we can see that this is increased. So the chances are getting higher that probably the Bank of England is going to increase the interest rates. That is why we have to be very, very careful. Thank you so much to every one of you that is joining right now. So let's see what is going to happen in the market. However, the market volatility will be higher between these times, and I think that probably the Swiss franc is going to create a higher movement and probably bigger impact this time. During the rest of the day, we have again Fed's Powell that is going to testify here. Probably he will make a summary again. I'm not expecting anything interesting. Today will be interesting more than tomorrow, I think. During Friday morning, we are going to have some data from Germany and also from Eurozone. So this may impact the market, but I'm not expecting any significant move here. We are going to have also some other data from the UK, but the overall day will have only soft data. So I'm not expecting any big impact here. So let's see what is happening on the charts at this moment. The first one that we are going to analyze is gold. As we have seen since a long period of time, also on the bigger picture, gold is still getting ready for a bigger bearish movement, so the chances are that it may continue to move down further here. This is the movement that should happen. However, we should be realistic because this is a daily movement and it can take a lot of time for the price to develop in this way. But if we are going to look at on a 4-hour time frame and the analysis that I shared during all this time, we can see that the price is still moving within this pattern here. It is not clear what the price is already doing, because also during the previous time when the price moved below the structure, we saw this bullish movement again. Currently the price is again near the resistance, near the support zone, close to 1924. Everything will be related with the Powell speech after 25 minutes. The chances are that we may see the price to increase and it can move down, or probably it can spend more time in this area. It depends from the speech today. I think that it should impact gold price. It can push the price also up to the top of this area. Everything is possible considering the market conditions. But considering the current bearish volume that is pushing the price down, and also FOMC and their statement that they are supporting the US dollar, the chances are getting higher that we may see gold moving down. So overall, I'm expecting only any speculative movement that can do this type of price development. So this has higher chances to develop here. So far, we are within this area, and as you may see right now, the price is breaking lower. It's creating a new low here. This is increasing the chances that the price may continue down further. This is a movement that is happening already ahead of Powell testifies. We have to be careful because we can see also the price to increase later, but the main movement should continue to be down again. So this is for gold. We have to be careful because exists also a possible scenario, because this pattern is also getting very, very ugly. We may see this pattern here. So as long as the price is still holding within this area, we have to be very careful because it may develop in different ways. But the chances are all the time that it should continue the area. So this is what I'm looking at for a possible longer time investment on gold and how it can develop. However, let's see what Powell will bring for us today. The next one that we are going to look at is US oil. We have to be very careful with oil. As you may see from the chart, the price is not taking a clear direction. So far we are under this pattern, and the chances are getting higher that the price can do both movements. So this is a type of megaphone pattern. It is not in a correct place, let's say, but this is showing the possibility that we may see oil to increase up to the top. However, we have to be very careful. We should always remember that the US is not a big supporter of the higher energy prices, so something may happen all the time that can push the price down again. Probably we may see also the first resistance area close to 74.4, and we may see another movement within this zone. So also this can happen with oil. During this period of time, since May 4th, as you may see, the price is moving approximately in a range that this is located between 67 and 74.6.5. So this is a movement that oil can do easily in these conditions. It can happen. However, we have to be very, very careful. So look at the areas how the price is already reacting close to this zone. Here we had another one. And we may see another sell-off that may happen close to the top that we are looking at, 74.4. It is not showing anything at all. We have to be very careful. We can see also any type like this movement here. It is not that clear, like this movement here. It can happen also this move. But I would like to see the price near the top if that is going to happen, and the chances will get higher for oil to move down further. This is going to be very interesting tomorrow, GBP USD. I think that this is going to be also very, very risky considering the market conditions. They already released the CPI data, and we can see that the UK is not improving at all related with the inflation rate, and on the other hand, the chances are getting higher for a possible increase on the interest rates. However, it is not supposed that if the UK is going to increase interest rates, we may see a GBP getting stronger. We have seen during this period of time all the possible scenarios, that it was very strange many years ago. Now we can see that the support for the currency uh, with the increase of the interest rates can create devaluation of the currency, but we can see also that it gets stronger. However, the market also knows this in advance. We have to be very careful. During the previous analysis that we are looking at before FOMC, we can see that I was looking at for a possible bullish movement and a possible continuation up to 1.28. It was very risky as movement. It was not that easy movement. It came out with many up and downs. However, if we are going to look at right now, the price already completed the movement. So just for a moment, look at the current situation where we are now and why we should be careful. In this situation here, we can see that the price is clearly waiting for the data for interest rate decision and the press conference from the Bank of England. Many already know that they are going to increase the interest rates, but what is very important is that also Powell is supporting the USD. So we are ahead of two things here that we have to be very, very careful. So far the price is approximately moving in this pattern, in this ugly pattern, let's say. The chances will get higher if we are going to see GBP breaking below this type of channel, because it is not a channel at all. But let's say that if price is going to manage to break through this area for a possible movement below 1.2650, probably this will increase the chances that despite the fact how the Bank of England may share the news, the chances will get higher that we may see this movement. It will be in line also with the press conference that Powell is going to hold today. I wouldn't be surprised to see the price moving down after 15 minutes when Powell will begin to speak. It will be very interesting, but it is not good to anticipate the Bank of England in this way. But this is how it can develop. In the current conditions, the chances are also very high that we may see a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 movement, but we are in a critical point right now. And also the price is not showing anything interesting at all if this is going to increase even more or if the price is going to begin a bearish movement. So it happens very often that we may see this type of scenarios when the market is going to face any important news. Thank you to everyone that is joining right now. Thank you, Salman. Thank you, Diana. Thank you, Westog. Thank you so much. So let's see what is going to happen, but both of these scenarios are very important ahead of the Bank of England. This is a critical moment. That is why the price is still holding very strong. So we need to see which one will be the new direction for the price right now. If the price is going to continue with the bullish movement or if the price is going to move down again. Another interesting trade that I was looking at today is USD Chief. I want to look at this, let's say, with some details. During these days, we had this pattern. It was a type of channel, let's say. Price broke down from this area, created some up and downs, and we saw a bigger bearish movement. So far, everything was fine, but considering that we are ahead of the Swiss National Bank interest rate decision, this is getting also very interesting. We are ahead of the two main currencies here. We have USD that is stronger. Powell is already supporting the USD, and we have the Swiss National Bank. What is very important for tomorrow is that the price may face a strong support close to 0.8865, even if the Swiss National Bank is going to send a 0.5%. If we are going to look at the upper part of this pattern, the price is moving down in a very interesting way, as you may see. I'm going to clone this. You will see that the price is moving in this way. So it is not a clear way how it is moving down. These are lower lows and lower highs, but the lower highs that are created are very aggressive and very deep pullbacks. So I'm still thinking that the chances are getting higher that even if the the Swiss National Bank is going to push the price down further here, the chances will get higher that we may see a bullish movement from the bottom. This is going to be a possible scenario, but it can happen at the beginning when they are going to share the interest rate. We have to be careful only during the press conference is the most important part. This is the first part here, and I think that this has higher chances to happen as a movement, the retest of the support area. I'm not expecting the Swiss franc to push USD down even more. In my opinion, it is not making any sense anymore. And considering that Swiss franc already had this opportunity to make this movement since April 13 when the price was here, the chances are getting even higher, then the price will bounce again. So as long as this area proved to be very strong, I don't see any reason why the price should continue moving down. However, let's be careful because we are not market makers. We have to be careful all the time. But this is the main scenario that I'm looking at for USD chief. Probably the price may stop also in this area and it can wait and it can begin moving later. However, the chances are for the first one that I already explained here. Thank you to everyone that is joining. Thank you so much. Please don't forget to hit the like button and follow. I really appreciate it. So this is the one that we are looking at. And the most risky pattern that I'm thinking for tomorrow will be GBP chief. On the daily chart, as I have shared these days, the price created this triangle pattern. After a long period of time that the price was accumulating within this area, this is dating back in October 22, the price was moving down in this area and we can see a bullish breakout. In my opinion, GBP is the only one that is doing very well with Swiss franc. It is holding stronger. It is not giving up at this moment. Considering that the Swiss franc is during the morning and the British pound has the interest rate decision during the midday, we may see a possible movement down and later we can see any bullish movement. So this is what I'm expecting for GBP chief. The problem is that this is not offering yet any trading opportunity. So far this is showing that the chances are getting higher that it may continue moving down further. The chances are very high for this movement. And both currencies are very strong in relation with each other. But considering that this is breaking down, the chances are getting higher for the moment that we may see the Swiss franc to react first. After that, we have to see the press conference from the governor of the Swiss National Bank. That is going to be the most important part. If volatility is going to be higher, then we may see also the Swiss franc to test this area 1.1250 before we are going to see any possible movements. So this is a simple scenario that I'm looking at, but considering also their order, the chances are that Swiss franc may push the price down and GBP may push the price up again. However, one step at a time, but this is what the pattern is already showing at this moment. We have to see what is going to happen tomorrow, so it is not a process that is done only once. Thank you so much, guys. Another one that I wanted to share with you was also this scenario. This is getting very, very ugly, in my opinion, very risky. I'm not understanding at all what is happening with the Swiss franc and also the Bank of Japan. We already know that the Swiss franc is supported from the Swiss National Bank, and on the other hand, we may see the Bank of Japan that is not taking further steps at all. But when it comes to the price that Swiss franc and yen is testing, we may see that this is dating back in December 1979. So it is getting very strange how this economy is going to support this type of interest rate related with franc and yen. So we are dating back 44 years back in this economy, and this is going beyond every limit. So it is not making sense anymore from economical perspective. I don't know why the Bank of Japan, what they want to achieve at this moment. They are only talking about the interest rates. Uh, However, this is not making sense anymore considering the current price that we are looking at, because this is dating back in 79. Even if the Swiss franc is going to increase the interest rates, my question about this currency is that how much the Bank of Japan is going to wait in order to take further steps related with the yield curve that they said that we are going to change, because this is getting undervalued in all the meanings, and this is going to impact more the individuals but also the economy overall. So this is very strange considering this part that we are close to something that we can never know when it can stop after that. I think that the chances are getting higher that even if the price will create any new high tomorrow, the chances will get that we may see any correction. However, let's see, because this is not ready at all. It's very risky. If you are going to sell in the market in this zone, this is one of the best zones. But the problem is that we are also exposed to a higher level of risk, because we can never know when the price will stop to increase during this moment. So it's very, very risky. But also considering the monthly structure, this is the only one that may work out to push the price down here, because also the technical perspective is not working anymore, because the Bank of Japan and the Swiss National Bank are both manipulating the market in a crazy way. So if you want to be safe, just stay away from this one. Otherwise, this is the only way how you can initiate the trade. Just sell, and after that we have to pray for the price to move down further here. So let's see. It's very weird in my opinion. Also related with USD that I have shared also during the previous time, the price is still moving within bullish pattern, and it may grow even more from this point. An interesting fact here is that the market is already anticipating that the Bank of Japan is going to intervene in the market once the price of USD yen is going to reach 145. However, we have to see, because we can see any strange movement today, and probably all the market may crash suddenly from this point. Until that moment, we may see that this is still bullish. Price seems that is getting ready to increase, but it is not growing. It's very, very strange situation. That is why we have to be careful. But with this setup, I just wanted to show you that this is the point where the Bank of Japan is expecting to intervene in the market. So let's see. One of our members is asking about natural gas. I shared this idea today. We are going to discuss this. It's not a problem. Just one moment. During this period of time, we have seen natural gas to move in this way. So we can see support that is coming close to $2 here. We have support close to 2.1. We have support that the price, we can see, is moving in this area. It keeps moving up and down. And another problem is that natural gas is not holding the bullish volume at all. So this is a very interesting fact. Even if we are going back on the left side of the structure, this is dating back on February 2023. During this moment, price created this aggressive movement where it reached 3.05, let's say 3, and later the price came down again. And since that moment, since February 2023, the price is moving back down all the time that it is testing a specific zone. This time the first resistance was found close to 2.7, and we may see that this area is pushing the price down further. The chances will get higher that once the price will be close to the bottom, we may see that the buyers may appear again and the price may develop this bigger pattern that we have here. So this is the chances. These are the chances for a possible movement. Just one moment. So this is a possible pattern that I'm looking at for natural gas on a bigger time frame. So far we have to wait. It is not the right time to sell at the market. It's very, very risky. We have to see what is going to happen. The price is reacting a bit. If you are going to sell, or if you are going to find any reason to sell, for natural gas, I think that a stop loss above the previous structure, because we are above a 4-hour structure, is a must at this time and all the time that we trade financial instruments. So this is how you can trade, but it is not showing any selling opportunity yet. So we have to see what the price will create before it moves down again. However, the first price reaction was strong. This is showing that we have sellers near this area, and even if the price is going to increase, we may have another chance to sell this again. So that's all for today. I hope you guys enjoyed the analysis. Thank you to everyone that is joining. Please don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe. Bye bye.